Welcome back, babe, to this glutes bar focus session today. We are coming in with all of the fire today. I have so many amazing moves today, hopefully that are gonna set the glutes on fire, make you feel illuminated, and leave you feeling satiated in so much strength. We are strapping on the ankle weights today. If you don't have a set, don't worry about it. This is an amazing, beautiful burn without the ankle weights. I think these are 1/2 kilogram, and it's surprising that 1/2 kilogram is enough. So if you have 2s, 3s, 4s, I wouldn't suggest using them unless you are so strong and going for it in today's session. 1s are perfect also. I have a set of 2 kilogram dumbbells, a light and medium booty band, and a yoga block for today's session. Once you have what you need, meet me at that tip of the mat. So feet are going to come a little bit wider than shoulders. One hand on heart, one hand on belly, really ground down into those feet. Take a big inhale, let the ribs to expand against the chest, fill up your body with breath. As you exhale, let it drain from you slowly, letting any stagnant energy just drift through the breath. Little sway in the hips as we do so. So big breath in, fill up the lungs. Slow exhale, let something go. Let's do that once more, big breath in. On your exhale, bring the arms down, little shake, little let go. Inhaling, taking the arms all the way round, a big stretch to the sky. Exhale, coming down over those legs, big bends in those knees, little sway with a tailbone, releasing the back of the head. Coming through center, we're going to pick up that left foot, sending her far back. Dropping that back knee, unraveling through the right. So this is the perfect place in session, the perfect opportunity to tune in while we're slowly warming our body up, warming our joints up before we even begin. So notice where you're holding tension, notice where you want to release through the workout, where you can use the movement to move in motion. Planting that foot, unraveling the spine, arms follow to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, opening back to the sky. Drawing the elbows wide, framing the right toes, stepping forward with the left. Unraveling up towards the sky, arms follow, big breath in, allowing those ribs to expand. Exhale, coming down over the legs, big bends in those knees, little sway again with that tailbone. So this feels so good to my body, releasing the glutes, back of the head. Maybe bringing a little smile on your face. Coming through center, we're picking up that right foot this time, sending it back, dropping the knee, unraveling through the left. Bringing the chest forward. If this isn't part of your practice also, you can be up here. We're just warming up the legs, bringing a little bit of movement into the hips. So it should feel less of a stretch and more of we're just warming up through our body. Beautiful, so good. If you're on the floor, you're going to unravel the spine up, taking the arms round, big breath in. Easing back, and it doesn't need to be this massive back bend, it's just an opening up. Elbows draw wide, fingertips come down to the ground. We're sending that left leg back to meet the right. Bringing that block in. Ooh, so we're going to bring the weights in for this one. We're going to be doing a deficit. We're going to be doing some deficit work. So you definitely want a block that is sturdy, that you can press all of your weight into, that isn't a foam one that rocks. If you don't have one, a step, a book, something that's super sturdy would be absolutely perfect. Okay, my block is near a wall. So if you bring the block maybe 2 forearms distance away from that wall, we're going to need the wall in a little bit later in this move. Okay. Bringing the left foot onto that block. Weights are just going to hang either side of that foot. The right toes are out to the side. They're just kissing the ground. We're going to come into a little dip. So I'm pressing through the left heel. We're just in a little dip to begin. Little tiny dip. So it's the tiniest little dip. We're just activating that left leg. 4, 3, in 2 counts. We're going to come to a deep lunge. So the right leg is going to step back into a lunge. And then we're going to come all the way up standing in 2 and 1. So the right leg is coming into a deep lunge. Then we're just going to press through the left, coming upright. Coming down into a deep lunge, leaning forward slightly over that left leg. So it's a deep lunge, back knee, right knee. She's tracking towards the ground. Gazing at one point, that's going to keep your balance stable. We're pressing into the right heel to lift us up. So notice how I'm not rocking, how I'm not really pressing into that right foot to come up. Beautiful work. Let's do 4. 4 more counts. Promise I'll count properly. 3, 2. Beautiful work. Last one, all the way up. We're going to kickstand that foot so the right foot stays back slightly. I got the weights like candlesticks. We're going to lean forward over that left leg. Squeeze all the way up, roll the shoulders back. Leaning forward, there's a little bend in that left leg, all the way up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. So leaning over that left leg, glutes are extending, hamstrings are stretching. If this is a little bit too spicy, you can lose that block, place the foot directly on the ground. If you're unstable, you can lose one weight, pop your hands on a wall. You can lose the weights all together, completely make the move yours. Let's do 4. 3. Stay with it, so strong, pressing through that heel, bringing the hips in one line. Last one, beautiful work. Gently pop those weights down on the ground. We're gonna keep our left foot down. We're gonna reach for the wall, just placing our hands or fingers on the wall. The right leg is stable and long. We're gonna lift back. Bring that right leg down. So there's a little bend in my left leg. Shoulders are rolled back. If this is a little bit too much on the shoulders, you can come forward slightly and place the elbows down on the wall or a table or a kitchen countertop. Lengthening through that back leg, so my leg's externally rotated ever so slightly. I'm lifting up behind me, pointing through the toes. Crown is reaching forward, so your legs know what to do. Sometimes we're hammocked, we want to look down, but if you gaze forward, protecting that lower back, really pulling the belly button up into the spine. Okay, we're going to come into a combination. We're going to do one leg lift, like we are now. We're going to bend the knee, we're going to cross the right knee behind the left. Little curtsy there, hovering the leg, extending the leg long, and then bringing the knee into the tricep, right tricep. We're going to stagger the hands, so right hand is going to go out to the side, left is down. So left elbow's down, right hand is out to the side. Let's get into that move in 2 and 1. So lifting up that right leg, crossing the legs behind each other, extending out, bringing that knee in towards the tricep. Right leg goes long, crossing that right knee behind the left, little bend, extending out, bringing that right knee in towards the tricep. So it's an extension, lengthening, closing down, extension, lengthening, bringing the knee in towards the tricep. Belly button's hugged in the whole time. So imagine lengthening through the crown, lengthening through the toes. Little bend in that left leg the whole time. If the standing on the block is a little bit too spicy, because it's just creating a little bit more gravity, a little bit more resistance to the ground, you can lose it. You can also do this on all fours. So you would be doing the exact same thing, but knelt down on all fours rather than stood. Lengthening through the crown. Using the core to bring that knee in. 4, 3. Beautiful, stay with it, last part of class. 2. On your last one, keeping the leg out, up an inch, back an inch, lengthen through the crown. Bringing that leg down, releasing off the block. How's everyone feeling? Okay, we get to do the other side, so I'm gonna pick up the weights. I'm gonna come back just a little bit. That sun is pretty wild today. Just gonna face the other direction. So block is on the left. Left foot is coming onto that block. Weights are just hovering either side. Left toes are on the ground. We're coming into that little dip start. So pressing through the right heel. Pressing through the right heel, just the tiniest little bend. It's gonna feel a little bit uneven. Don't worry, we're gonna even everything out. So little dips. Beautiful work, staying with it. 4 counts, we're gonna come into those lunges. As we lunge back, we're leaning forward over the right thigh, pressing through the right heel to come up in 2 and 1. So gazing forward, coming into that lunge, pressing through the right heel to come up. So it helps to gaze at one point, little bit forward. So we don't want to gaze too high to extend the back of the neck. So I like to gaze at the floor in front of me. Weights are hovering to the side, hips are in one line. Back knees tracking down. We're leaning forward slightly over that front heel, using that right heel to bring us up. Let's do 4 more. Not swinging through, slow activation. 3. Slow lower, press up through that heel. 2. On our last one, we're kickstanding the legs. Beautiful, last one, all the way up. Left leg goes back. We're coming into those deadlifts. So we're holding the weights like candlesticks, leaning over that right leg, using the heel to press down to come up. So the lift up, rather than me lifting through my chest to try and lift myself up, I'm pressing through that right heel. So press through the heel, squeeze the glutes. Try and activate the back of the leg to bring yourself upright. I have really flexible hamstrings, so I always have to be careful not to go too low because I could probably bend to my leg. So gazing about a foot in front of your mat, so sort of to the end of your mat, and that'll keep you from overextending. Let's do 4. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Should feel unsteady, that is the point. You can lose a weight, pop your fingers on a wall. 2, I have lost count again. Let's do 1 more. Beautiful work, coming all the way up and through. I'm just gonna turn and come over to this wall because I feel like I need the stability. So I'm coming over to the wall, I'm gonna face away from you this session. Unfortunately, the wall is this side, I promise. So coming forward, elbows are coming down, pressing through that right foot, little bend in that leg, extension through the left, lift and lower. So we're lifting the leg, it's slightly externally rotated, not much, lengthening through those toes. Notice how I'm gazing forward, I'm not gazing down. Neck is extension of the spine. Soft face. Beautiful, hot, fiery glutes. That's the combination today. So in this position, we're trying to keep both hip points in line. So notice if your left hip point is really opening to the side, you want to bring it down and forward. So we're keeping the activation up the back line of this leg. 4. Active lifts. 3. Not swinging that leg. 2. Beautiful work. Last 1. We're coming into that combination. So we're gonna lengthen the leg back, cross the line. Actually, before we even do that, let's pop our left hand out to the side, right elbow, left hand, extending the leg back. It's gonna be externally rotated slightly. Bring in that left knee behind the right, taking it all the way back up and out, bringing that knee in towards the left tricep. So leg goes long, crossing the midline, left knee goes behind the right. Little bend, extend through. Bring in that knee in towards the left tricep. So the whole time, I'm pressing through that right elbow. So I never want to concave down into that shoulder. I'm creating space, I'm lifting up and through. Bringing it in, using the core to bring that knee in. Beautiful work, staying with it. Lengthening through the head. Lifting up through. Little bend in that right leg the whole time. So you never want to overextend that right leg. Only bring in the left leg as high as your body will allow. One hip's going to feel different than the other. Both are never going to feel the same. Let's do 2. Last one, holding it long. Big breath, up an inch, back an inch. Beautiful work, bringing that leg down. I'm going to place the block off to the side. You can leave the ankle weights on. We're just going to cool down. So coming down into all fours. Hands are a little bit broader than the shoulders. We're going to reach the tailbone back. So in a deep child's pose. Allowing the glutes stretch back. Big breaths. Inhaling forward, we're going to bring the right foot forward. You can take the ankle weights off if you wish. Deep lunge, so my hands are on the ground. I'm reaching my chest up and forward. If that's not part of your practice, you're up here. Your hands are just on your knee. You're just leaning forward. Taking the part that's for you. Leaning into the left hand, we're going to take our right up to the sky, opening out. Beautiful. Bringing that hand down, taking the right back, bringing the left forward. Deep lunge. So instead of gazing down at the sky, we're trying to lift up our torso, lift up our chest, create space. Again, if you're not on the floor, you're up on your knee, hands are on the knee. Softening in. Coming back to that breath. Tuning in instead of tuning out. Gently releasing that foot, taking it back. We're going to come onto our tailbone. We're just going to plant the left foot, bring the right ankle onto that left knee, lifting the chest up and over that shin. Releasing, unraveling, switching sides, right foot down, left ankle on top of that right knee. Lifting up and over the shin. Breathe. See if you can slow and unrelease that clasp on that breath. Unraveling, coming into whatever comfortable seated position suits you. I'm dodging the sun. Hands are gonna come wide, big breath in. Reach for the heavens, allow the ribs to expand, take up space. Clasping those hands, beautiful, slow exhale. Allow that energy to drift, to infuse, to satiate every cell of your body. Beautiful class today, babes. I'm so proud as always, and take care of yourself, and I will see you in your next session.